KRBE.
Okay, let me just get to this because we have so much business at hand on this very fun Friday, the first day of March. It is March National Women's History Month. Instead of spotlighting women in history here on KRBE, we're going to spotlight the women of the Roula and Ryan Show and KRBE family audience. Somebody that you love in your life who is a fantastic woman. We want to hear about that woman on our listener line at 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone. Tell us about this person in your life, what makes them so fantastic, and why you want to honor them. And we're going to play those spotlights at 8:20 every morning on the Roula and Ryan Show. And then Kevin, Quinn, and Audrey Rose will do it in the afternoon, too.
3:35, they'll do it.
Okay.
Remember,
we're getting some good ones.
Once this starts going on and people hear it, more people are going to call.
It'll get hard to get in.
Because we only have so many days, obviously,
right,
to do this.
Mm-hmm.
From today into the end of the month, we're going to do the spotlights. Also, we're right in the middle of rodeo season, my friends. Tonight, 50 Cent is going to be at the rodeo. He is the performer. We've got lots of different rodeo tickets for lots of different shows. And courtesy of Raising Cane's, once again, they're coming through, baby. This is so exciting. We've got 4 tickets for you to win today to see Bun B.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Who knows how many fun guests he's going to bring along.
The
and a premium
today?
Parking pass, yes?
All 50 Cent.
Oh, is it really?
Is it?
I just did an all 50 mix.
He has so many hits.
For Friday Free for All 9.
Yeah. All remixes, fun hits, redos. It's amazing.
So
Good
Bun
luck.
B is March 12th. That show is happening March 12th. And we've got 4 field level tickets for you and a premium parking pass. And we haven't decided how we're going to give that away yet.
Mm-mm.
It's like an open canvas. We could just figure out whenever we want to do it.
We could do it with Jay Farrow. He could do...
Jay Farrow from SNL fame and stand-up comedy. He's done a lot of different
at the Improv
projects.
this weekend.
He's at the Improv this weekend.
So funny.
I won't do Name That Tune with him. I saw him on TV last week.
Oh, he's not good?
He won, but
He
the
won?
person was worse. Wait, it was so bad that any of us could have won.
Oh,
What's his window for today to come in?
An 8 o'clock
8
hour.
o'clock.
All right.
Oh, cool.
8:20.
All right.
So,
Traffic.
and then we also have the rodeo sounder of the day at 8 o'clock this morning. We let you hear the sounder of the day, and you need to be listening very carefully between the hours of 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. because at any time that sounder plays, you just need to call us here at the radio station at 713-390-KRBE, and you win rodeo tickets that way. That's very exciting. Now let's get to the business at hand. There's lots of stuff. Okay, real quick, I want to start with this. If you invested in Ozempic stock, I'm sure you're going to make a lot of money because Oprah Winfrey has stepped down from the Weight Watchers board board of directors because she said that she uses the weight loss drug. She did not specifically say Ozempic. However, the headlines that tabloids are choosing to run with is naming that shot, which I don't know if then Oprah is going to be like, hey, listen, that's not the one I used. Or is it the one she used?
I was sure I would
But
go to.
that's what people
the one
know
I do
now.
Use, that's a give me 5% of your company, and I'll say what I use.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
people are going to be like, oh, she uses Ozempic. She never said she uses Ozempic. She just said she's using the weight loss drug. She said that she's going to donate all the stock of her Weight Watchers, her Weight Watchers stock from being on the board of directors to the National Museum of African American History and Culture, which is fantastic because that stock was valued at around $18 million.
Wow.
It was until
At the
she left
point.
the board.
Yeah, and then she left the board. But it'll go up
said,
and
I
down.
lost weight doing something else. I don't need
Yeah.
this anymore.
Yeah. She says she'll continue to collaborate with Weight Watchers and be an advocate for weight health and obesity issues, which is great, but that's that. Now, have we not learned anything from Netflix series Fire Festival? Have we not learned anything? Is it the kind of thing when the Fire Festival documentary came out, was it like, 8 years ago, I feel like now, or 6?
No, it wasn't that long
It
ago.
wasn't? It wasn't before COVID?
It was right before COVID, I think. The Fire Festival
Maybe 5,
documentary.
6 years.
Probably 6.
Okay,
5 or
so
6.
Billy McFarland is a turd.
Yeah.
He is a shyster.
Sounds like a new TV show.
He is a scammer.
If you fell for
100%
this
he's a
guy, I
scammer.
mean, anybody who watched that documentary, how could you give this man money?
Okay, Billy McFarland, if you've not seen Fire Festival, FYRE, you need to watch it because a lot of people from 6 years ago, if you were 12, now you're 18, maybe you didn't pay attention to that kind of stuff. And you're thinking, oh my God, I got these awesome tickets to do this thing. Billy McFarland pretty much just proves he's a scammer and his whole life is a scam and he's looking for the next big scam to take money from people. He is behind another festival and he says his pre-sales made $110 million. Can we
God.
even believe that? Because he's a total
No.
exaggerator? Probably not. But he said the ticket prices started at $2,500 and he expects to make an official announcement for Fire Festival 2 in December in the Caribbean.
What?
Oh, my
Has
God.
he not been sued into oblivion and prevented from ever
That's what I'm
running?
saying.
anything?
I don't know
Yes,
how
that's
he's not
okay.
in jail.
How is he allowed to put together another music festival after this debacle nightmare fakery of this Fire Festival where people showed up and there was nowhere to go to the bathroom, there was nowhere to sleep, there was
No
nothing to eat.
accommodations.
Some people might be like, you know what? Because what he did before, he will never do again because he'll really go to jail and he's going to really be on the up and up.
He didn't look good in that documentary. Neither did Ja
I don't
Rule.
trust once fool me once type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't know,
you
screw me
can't
over.
trust it.
So that was
No,
2017.
But if
That's
he-
when that first
If he
Fire
does it
Festival.
again,
no. Okay.
he's going to serve really a lot longer sentence, wouldn't he?
Did he even serve any real time for duping all these people out of money?
I know he served, but I don't know how much.
What are people going to be doing for pallets of water?
I think yeah.
So terrible.
There'll be more
Let's
people
see.
doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
what are the
So
things-
He did. It said he was sentenced to 6 years in federal prison. He was released in March 2022.
But how much did he serve? He was sentenced to 6.
Well, he got sentenced to 6 in 2018, so he did 4.
He actually did 4 years in prison,
Yeah,
and he wants to do it on one of these.
yeah.
Man, this guy
I mean,
really
that's what I'm
wants to
saying.
die on
If you're
this
dumb
hill.
enough to give your
Right.
money,
If
I
you're
can't
dumb-
feel
yeah.
sorry for you.
There you go.
I just can't.
Nope.
Nope.
I
In the
think it'd probably
Caribbean.
be more legit, though, this time.
Jamie?
You'd think. If he served 4 years, if he gets caught again,
If you just look up Fire Festival, the definition of Fire Festival is a fraudulent luxury music festival organized by con artist Billy McFarlane and rapper Ja Rule.
but why do people want to stay at like houses where there are murderers and, a big murder scene? People are weird. People want to do stupid stuff.
They want to be a part of
Murderville,
a bad event again.
Yeah.
It's
How
terrible.
about that Willy Wonka one?
Yeah, that was a major fail. There was this Willy Wonka thing. I only saw like a
creepy.
snippet of the ads of this Willy Wonka adventure that you could take your kids on.
Was that in London?
I'm not sure where it was when I was reading the story.
I think Ahmad knows more. I don't know if he's here.
And these kids basically just got terrified because if you think about it, Wonka was a really like dark character. Willy Wonka is not. You think it's kind of whimsy and like a cutesy kid story.
He wasn't
but it's
in
dark.
the first one, like the Johnny Depp one.
The
Yes,
original one,
Gene Wilder.
Ryan. In the original one, he's trying to kill off all these kids. He's killing off all these
never
kids.
seen any of them.
Nobody dies.
They don't die, but it's really weird. Like Augustus Gloop basically drowns in a chocolate river. Charlie and his grandfather almost got like impaled in these crazy things with those bubbles.
Well, they
Remember, he
had to burp to let the gas out of them.
Yeah, but if he'd gone up too high,
But he
would've
didn't.
been.
Willie didn't do that to him. They all tried to do dishonest things,
Sam
and
found
that's
it.
what got them into it.
Where's that, Sam?
Scotland.
It's in Scotland. Fire Festival. No, I'm sorry. The Willy Wonka thing in Scotland.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
But you can see on TikTok, they show videos like, because I guess they did AI to make it look really good. And then when you got there, it's like, oh my God, this is awful.
It was really scary for like all these like creepy characters were coming out like jump scares and stuff, and kids are crying.
like a
and
haunted house.
the parents were like, "What in the hell is this?" It is so crazy. So the Willy Wonka, yeah, the Johnny Depp one also was much darker. But even all of it, the whole concept was if you don't follow the rules, you're dead. But but if you sold the movie like that, no kid would go see it.
No harm came to any of them.
If you don't follow the rules,
Well, except for
Wonka's going to kill you.
they had to juice Violet Beauregard. And
Right.
Mike TV was flat.
That's what I'm
He was
saying.
like Flat
it's
Stanley
so
at the
weird.
end.
So weird. Anyway,
I'm glad I
okay.
didn't watch this.
Speaking of movies and TV shows, and maybe there's like things that really you hooked onto when you were younger, or even now, and you want to own something. The booth from the last scene of The Sopranos, where the Journey song "Don't Stop Believing" is playing, and then the screen went to black, and all of America thought they'd lost their power, is up for sale, and it's from a real restaurant called Holstein's in Bloomfield, New Jersey. They're renovating the restaurant, so the booths have to go. And the buyer gets both seats, the table, and the divider wall, along with a plaque that says reserved for the Sopranos family.
I'd totally buy that if I was a pizza place, like in New York.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Italian place.
Yeah.
That'd be such a cool thing
The
to
late
have.
James Gandolfini set in this
I'm surprised they're
booth.
changing it. I would have kept that. That's like
Yeah.
just
Pretty
cool.
iconic scene. The auction ends on Monday. As of the time of the story printing up for Entertainment Weekly, the bidding was over $63,000 as of last night.
63,000.
with
That's why you're doing
175
it.
bids. And
Get
you
an
have
old
to
junky booth, and you got $63,000 for it.
Well, it'll go for more than that. And they won't ship it to you. You have to come pick it up yourself.
That's a win-win for
I think,
them.
yeah, that kind of money.
But somebody in New Jersey is going to buy that.
Yeah.
I bet. And if somebody from California buys it, they have enough money to ship it over.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like you could. That's almost one of those things that should be in one of those museums, like TV museums.
Like in the Smithsonian.
This is a pretty iconic end scene.
Oh, yeah.
Of all the finales that ever happened. That's pretty
Does it
iconic
come
end
with that
scene.
jukebox thing?
Oh, yeah, the jukebox should come in.
Well, yeah, because they had the
Is it
little
on the
portable
table, right?
jukebox, on the
table.
table. Yeah, that's where you flip through the different
Is there a
song
restaurant like
choices.
that here? Do we have one?
What, that has a little
59
portable
Diner
jukebox?
used to,
Maybe it's
but
59 Diner
they're
I was
gone
thinking
now.
of.
They don't exist.
That would have that little box.
Jukebox, you can pick your own music. So I don't know. I mean, that's definitely something that should be like the TV Hall of Fame. Like, this is the booth.
Good point.
And still, they never, for those that followed The Sopranos, I mean, the question of what happened after that, I mean, everyone thought watching the finale of The Sopranos that somebody was going to walk in and mow down Tony Soprano.
Well, that's
why the music was building. Everyone thought, oh gosh,
That's
it's
what the
gonna be
creator
over.
David Chase said. Yes, Tony dies. He's since said that. Yeah,
But did he say that he's supposed to, in his imagination, he had him being gunned down in that booth?
Yeah,
He did.
he was going to give. He's like, he eventually came out and said that Tony
But
gets
did he
it.
say who was going to shoot him and how they were going to do it?
No.
Like walk up to him right there when they're eating
There's
those
some
French
videos that they
fries?
talk about who did it. Like there's a guy that was driving a truck. You see him in the back. Mm-hmm. There's another guy that was in season 3 that came back. There's all kinds of conspiracies. Smart move by him, not showing it. Nobody would talk about it then. But
You've got to give that show credit, though.
Now everyone's like, what happened? Did he really die? Did he not die? It's like your own imagination.
It was the first TV show that was like a movie. You know, it really was. It opened the doors for every streaming show that exists that's action-based or crime-based. That was the one that broke down all the barriers.
Makes it harder to watch regular TV.
Yep.
I was
Couldn't go
still
back to
mad
network
they didn't
TV
finish
after
some of
watching
their
that.
storylines. Some of their storylines were left undone, and I'm like, come on, tell us what happened
Like
with
Lost?
the Chechnyan. Lost. I got lost on Lost.
Yeah. The only thing I hated about Sopranos is occasionally they would do a dream sequence. And
I remember
I
that
can't stand
at
that.
all.
That's such a waste
I
of
wonder how
time.
Lost is to people out there that binge watch Lost. Like if you watch that Lost on Netflix or whatever, Hulu, whatever, did you like it a lot more?
It's probably pretty
Because
good.
you could see it boom, 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 back to
Remember
back.
how we
We had
watched
to
it?
wait once a week to wait for it to
And then
come
we had
back.
to wait like a year almost.
Uh-huh.
Because then it came back and like there's a writer's strike or something happened. So we had to come
See,
back.
I'm
yeah,
wondering if
God.
the waiting actually, because I finally watched the Rick Grimes Walking Dead. They finally brought his character
Was it
back.
confusing the first 30 minutes? I'm
Yeah.
like, what is
I was
going
like,
on?
this is not what I had hoped it would be.
I didn't like it.
No. I was like, we've been waiting all these years for this.
And next week we got to see her part doing this. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe if I watched it all together, where did they lose me? They lost me when like that whole other group of people came in. They've been living in that.
Oh, the others.
Place.
I think that was season 3 when it got
It
weird.
was after
Wimpy
that
guy.
one. It was after that when they lost me. It's one thing if
Ben.
you found this little village, but then all these crazy storylines started spinning out, and then I was like, I don't know.
They
Y'all
wrapped
were
it up
zigzagging
nicely.
too
I
many
liked it, though.
places.
I liked it.
Flash
The
forward.
flash forwards got confusing.
But that was
Very
'cause
confusing.
You thought it was, you're like, oh, this is like before he got on the plane. And you're like, wait a minute.
This
This is after. How the hell is that possible?
Yeah.
All I know is that I'd flown to Australia once before Lost happened, actually twice before Lost aired. And while Lost was on, and for a couple of years after, I didn't want no part of being on a long trip like that again. Maybe now it'd be good. Because at one point his character is flying back and forth just to hope it goes back down again.
Oh, yeah?
That was so
He
crazy.
wanted to get back to the island.
And at the time, for those that weren't like, what year was that on, guys? Lost was the most expensive
5 or 4.
TV pilot in the history of television at that point. It was a $10 million one episode pilot. And it was really traumatizing.
6
if you were
6
scared
years.
of
Ran
flying.
6 seasons. It began in 2004, so 20 years ago.
Yeah, I still got it.
Good Lord, that is 20 years old?
Yep.
Oh my God. Sam, do you have any interest in watching this at all? This is what,
No.
you were like, what,
No.
4?
Yeah, you probably like it.
20 years ago.
I mean, it's not,
no, I was like
10.
14.
It's no Love is Blind.
Yeah, no, there's probably not enough drama.
No, you were 12, Sam. You're
There are
32.
love stories in it, Sam. There are love
Oh,
stories.
yeah,
in
why
it.
did I think I was
You were
34?
12.
Thank you. I don't even know how old I am.
You were 12.
Where am I?
Open Fun Friday coming up next, 713-390-KRBE.
You can call us
That's
about
5723. Phones are yours, my friends. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE with more of the Roula and Ryan Show.
Open Phone Friday. You can call us at 713-390-KRBE. Tell us what you're doing. Ask us anything you
Where
want.
are you going? What you doing? What you thinking about? It's Friday, and it's the first Friday of Rodeo Houston,
Hell yeah.
which is super fantastic because then people can really like enjoy the carnival tonight. It goes till midnight. I mean, I think it goes to midnight every night, but it's more fun when you enjoy it on a Friday.
Today's going to be really
because
cool
work
at the rodeo. It's Black Heritage Day, and it includes performances from Jack Yates High School drumline performances.
Ooh, nice.
And
I
that's
love
inside.
drumlines.
It's so cool, and it's inside NRG, and that leads up to the sold-out 50 Cent concert.
Haley wants to give a shout out. Has to do with the rodeo. Hi, Haley. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, happy
Hello.
Friday.
Good morning, Haley. What do you want to talk about?
So I'm a teacher and I teach art, and the Pearl Fincher Museum actually is putting on a show for Houstonian identity. It's called The Melting Pot, and there's a bunch of high school students on March 23rd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. where they're going to have the show and show these amazing kids' artwork. And I would love people to go out. There's going to be like food and games and stuff, so it'll be super amazing.
So not rodeo artwork. Sorry, I missed that. I thought Ahmad was saying you had
No,
art
you're good.
work at the rodeo.
No, where exactly
I was
is
like, wait,
this?
there is artwork at the rodeo, but yours is
true.
not there.
Can
Okay,
you tell us where this is
tell us
at?
again. On March 22nd, 6
It's
to 8
the
p.m. Where?
Pearl Fincher Museum.
Pearl Center Museum?
What part of town is that?
Yes. I'm not sure. This is actually my first year that my students are getting in. This is the first time they've hosted a show like this where it's They opened it up to all the Houston students and said just submit, and then they picked this. They actually had 12 student judges picking the artwork that was going to represent Houstonian identity.
Okay, so this is at 6815 Cypresswood Drive in Spring. It's the Pearl Fincher Museum of Fine Arts.
Well, that's nice.
Can anyone buy the artwork if they want, or is it strictly just to enjoy and look?
It's strictly just enjoy and look. I'm sure you can find a way if you can contact the museum to ask the students about it. I have a student myself who's fabulous who has gotten her piece in.
Are they high school
twice.
kids or middle school kids, or how old are these kids?
These are high school. These are high school kids.
Here's what's interesting about this place. It says tickets are free.
Okay, that's a good
if you
question.
want details, pearlmfa.org.
What do you do if you have a kid in your class, like, say, art, and it's not the best art? Do you just give them a bad grade? Because you might think something's good, but another person thinks it sucks. Or you,
Subjective.
Or you might not think
No.
it's good.
Like, how does
Another
that
person
work?
thinks it's great.
with you? 'Cause I
I
know
go
it's-
by effort.
Okay.
I go by
By
effort.
effort.
So, like, I have students who, you know, they may not be the best artists, but as long as they're trying 100% and they're listening to, like, how to get better, I've seen students grow year over year.
Because people just want to try
That's
it, see
great.
if they're any good at it, but just some people just don't have that skill.
I'm still bitter, Haley, over my high school art teacher for throwing away my art. When she told us to do our
In front of your
initials
face?
in a creative way, she tore it up in front of my face.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
In front
you
of my
should
face.
never do that to a
like
child.
like this, with a real, like, kind of like a smile, like, this is not what this assignment was.
Oh,
And
no,
it was to
ew,
do.
no.
I'm not
That's
kidding
not
you,
right.
Haley. The assignment was do your initials in any creative way you want. A lot of people were using like the cutouts of the initials, and they were making like montages and stuff. I put on 3 different colors of lipstick, one at a time, and I kissed my 3 initials onto the paper in a different shape. And it hurt my lips so much. I was like, my God, it really hurts to kiss a hard desk this long. And it was the R, it was a J, it was a C, and it was in 3 different lipstick shades. And she
that's creative.
comes up to me because I go, look, I did my initials, and my mouth hurt so bad. And she tears it up in front of me and says,
Damn.
this is
That's
not what
not
we asked
good.
for.
That's actually creative.
No, what she should have done was put spray fixative and put it in the hallway and be like, this is how we do things in a creative way.
Yeah.
Exactly right. But that's just, it was
That's-
not conforming,
that's like
I guess, to the
Spirit
rule.
crushing. That's
Why?
terrible.
90s weren't so great after all.
Not so great after all. Haley, thanks for calling the show. Thanks for being a
cool.
great teacher. I can tell you love your kids just because you call the Roula and Ryan show. Tell them about this show. Thank you
Yep.
so much. Let us know how that turns out for y'all. Sarah just moved here. And hi, Sarah. Oh, there are a lot of
Oh, I
birds.
like the
Is that
birds.
birds?
I feel, she's like Snow White.
Oh, probably.
Where are you living right now? You just moved here from where?
I'm in Orlando now.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
you just moved and not moved here.
Yes.
Oh,
Are you the zookeeper? Are you the zookeeper?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, because I saw a text that said, did you move there? Because you
Yeah, we moved just after Thanksgiving.
worked at the Houston Zoo.
I did, yes. I was there for 2 years.
Oh, my
cool.
gosh, Sarah.
Are you in a zoo right now?
I am
Yeah.
working at SeaWorld Orlando currently.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Now, did you move to Orlando for that job, Sarah?
Yes, my husband actually got a zoo manager job at the Seas at Epcot, so that's why we ended up moving.
Oh,
how
my
cool.
gosh. So you
I'll
go
see you
to
in
Epcot
this
every day?
November.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I was actually there a couple days ago.
That's awesome, Sarah. So you listen to us every day on the app or online or Google Dot or what?
Typically I listen to the podcast, but today I was a little homesick, so I was just like, I'll listen. I missed Roses yesterday, so I was like, I'll listen to the
Oh, yeah, the
Replay.
recap
Next day
when we
replay.
start the
We're going to
show.
give you a Rule and Ryan Show hug if you're homesick, honey.
What animals did you work with here?
Yeah,
I was in an aquarium, so I did sharks and fish as well as a little hands-on with the penguins and the sea lions for the Galapagos exhibit.
Oh yeah, I
Cool.
forgot the exhibit. Yeah.
That's awesome, Sarah.
Yeah, I started working there right before it all opened, and I helped transport a lot of the animals into the new exhibit for the aquarium.
What was that like?
Penguins smell.
Moving the animals.
I didn't get to move the penguins, but I heard it was a fun adventure, but I got to do some of the sharks.
Oh, wow. How do you move a shark?
which is-
Like you get the
Carefully.
crane?
You hold it by the fin.
Do they get like a little crane and lift them out?
If they're big enough, yes, but for those bonnet heads that are there in Houston, we were able to just do everything by hand because they were small enough.
You scoop them up.
Just scoop them
Did
up
you-
really carefully.
Can you help us out? What's the best way if I'm in the Gulf or I'm swimming somewhere and a shark comes up towards me? Do I punch it in the nose like they say, or do I just try and
Poke its eyes out.
what do I try and do?
I'm going to eat you.
I've heard a lot of different things that if you turn around and go straight to it, it doesn't see it. The shark will make you like they'll think that you're
also a predator instead of prey.
Oh, and run
but
away?
I've never actually. No, you would go towards it.
Okay.
So don't,
Yeah.
because you go away, they think you're like a seal.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me
Correct,
some
yeah.
of that
You
leg.
call me fat?
That's when the
Get some of that
that's
leg.
when the fight or flight
Well, how
thing
deep?
comes into play.
How far out in the ocean you plan on swimming,
Oh,
Eric?
are they afraid of human pee? Because there's going to be a lot of that around.
Things I learned
I
from
don't
Shark
think
Week.
so.
Things I learned from Shark Week. Don't go swimming in the ocean around their feeding time, which is dusk and dawn.
Oh, no.
And don't wear
Yes,
shimmery stuff
yes.
or jewelry because they think that's the shimmer of fish scales or.
Or a wetsuit,
Sea
you wear a
life.
black
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah, how many are y'all there for a specific set of time, or is it indefinitely that y'all are going to live in Orlando, as far as you know?
Right now it's kind of indefinite. I know with his contract we have to be here for at least 2 years.
Okay.
Disney paid for most of our moves, so and ultimately why we were able to do it.
Nice.
Maybe we'll come see you
So
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
Eric and I will do
Reach
a family
out.
trip
Reach
to
out on social
Thanksgiving.
media.
Yeah, that'd be
And then we'll
fun.
come to SeaWorld and see
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Sarah, thanks so much for reaching out. Big
Yeah.
Rule and Ryan Show hug. Thank you for being part of the
We have a lot
show.
of people
Love
texting.
y'all. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Same to you.
A lot of people are texting that they're from Florida listening.
Oh, that's so
All
nice.
right.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Texas from
guys.
Florida. Real quick, guys, breaking news. Michelle is on the line. Her daughter's water just broke. Michelle, is this first
Hi.
grandchild? What's going on?
Hi, yes, my daughter's water just broke,
I hit the
and
wrong
they
thing.
are on the way to the hospital. I'm going to meet them there, so I'm so excited. I had to tell somebody.
Oh my God, that's
so
awesome.
exciting. Yay.
Yes, I'm going to be a Gigi.
That is awesome.
We're so excited, right? Shooting guns in the air.
Yeah, that's what it is. Nice recovery, Eric.
Yes,
Stupid
thank
machine.
you all. I love your show.
What's your
So
daughter's
glad
name?
to talk to y'all.
What's your daughter's name?
Melanie.
Melanie.
Aren't you happy she didn't have it on yesterday on leap year?
Oh, my God,
Oh,
yeah.
I wanted leap year. She said, no, not leap year.
Yeah, what was the plan? Because I was saying that yesterday in the air, Michelle. Like, for anybody who's pregnant right now, you must be really nervous. Because if you don't want your
Yes.
kid to have a leap year day, I mean, did she have
I
a
know.
talk with her doctor like, I'm feeling okay. I'm going to just hold on.
Yeah, she had an appointment on Wednesday, and they said if the baby didn't come on its own, they would induce her on Tuesday. She didn't want to be induced, so thankfully, this morning I got, Mom, my water broke.
Yay, Michelle. Do you
Oh,
all know
that
what is it
is
going to be
awesome.
already? Is it, or is it a surprise?
Yeah, it's a boy.
It's a boy.
A little boy.
You know,
All right,
Eric's
well,
a really
yeah,
strong
Charlie.
name.
Oh, a little Charlie.
Charlie Eric would be a really
Yes.
good name. Charlie Eric.
Yeah.
I get presents
so
every year.
excited.
Yes,
Just
Eric,
not
talking
say
about
Charlie.
bourbon bottles. Michelle, God bless your daughter Melanie on an easy
Thank
delivery.
you.
Thank you so much. And text us through the show and
Thank
let us
you.
know, okay?
Come on, Ryan. You got
Tell
a
her
name
we
to
for
throw
for an
over?
easy
Y'all have a good
delivery.
day. Happy Friday.
You too,
Bye.
sweetie. Take
You.
care. Bye-bye.
Anything, Ryan? Any bombs?
So cute.
Time for the Roula and Ryan Show on KRP. To tell you what's going
Thanks,
down
Kevin.
in H-Town.
Okay, so Houston is now home to the oldest person in America, a 114-year-old woman right here in Houston. Her name is Elizabeth Francis. She became the oldest living person in the U.S. Listen to this. She was born July 25th, 1909.
Wow.
She gave birth to her only daughter, Dorothy Williams, in 1928, whom she raised as a single mother. She operated a coffee shop at ABC 13 News in Houston to support herself and her daughter. She ran the place for almost 20 years. She retired in
Wait, she had a
1975.
coffee shop at the TV studio?
Yeah, that's what it says here. It's on ABC13.com, and it just says it right here.
Do they sell coffee to anyone else or just ABC?
Well, I would assume just the staff members. You know,
That was her first job. You said-
I
you
mean,
said
like,
service?
I'm not going to drive over to ABC 13 and say, "Hey, I want a cup of Joe."
That's weird. 'Cause
Was it across from Channel 13?
I'm
Say that again.
confused.
She worked at a coffee shop at Channel 13?
This is literally lifted word for word off ABC13.com. It says Dorothy Williams, raised as a single mother, operated a coffee shop at ABC 13 News in Houston to support herself
Raised
and her
as a
daughter.
single mother?
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense.
that was the daughter.
Wait, hold on a second. Ryan, you got to reread this story. I think you guys
From the
all
top.
confused. From the top.
Word for word.
Yeah, let me see
from
what she-
ABC13.com. A 114-year-old woman in Houston, Texas, Elizabeth Francis, has become the oldest living person in the United States. She was born July 25th, 1909. She gave birth to her only daughter, Dorothy Williams, in 1928.
Okay, so Dorothy is the daughter. But
Whom
we're
she
talking about the mom, who's
raised.
114.
She raised her as a single mother, operating a coffee shop at ABC 13 News in Houston to support herself and her daughter.
you got to call your friends over there.
Yeah. And be like, where's your, I know
ABC.
they have a pool there.
Yeah.
Where's this coffee shop at?
Swimming pool.
They do have a swimming pool.
So if her
You
daughter
know.
was born in
Yeah, oh, yeah.
1928, could
Real
you
famous.
imagine you've got a 96-year-old daughter?
It's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
There's a program on Netflix called Live to Be 100, and it's very interesting. They go to all these different parts of the world where there's 100-year-old people.
Oh, it's called the Blue Zone. You're talking the Blue Zone thing?
In the Blue Zones, yeah.
Yes.
And it's really interesting.
What's the main takeaway?
That they're eating
fish?
they're eating stuff that's local,
Whole foods.
non-processed, and
Right.
community.
Yes,
Whether it's a
community,
religious
dancing,
community or
drinking.
just a regular community of seniors who take care of one another.
Oh, that's great.
Super Centarians, what they're called in the Blue Zone.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Dorothy is now a Super Centarian.
Francis is now also the 5th oldest person on Earth. On Earth.
That's pretty awesome.
That's really cool.
The granddaughter said that her grandma never smoked or drank alcohol, and she regularly walked until her early 90s. Now she's 114.
I don't want to be 114 then.
Wow.
Eric,
Could you imagine? I remember 20 years
Eric is
ago
like,
when
I
I
need
was
my
only
bourbon.
94.
That's really unbelievable. Well, God bless her. That's good.
That's an awesome
Usually
run.
you say
Yeah.
in Greek, like, natakotsusis means make it to 100, but she's already surpassed that. Now there's no phrase. I don't know what to say to somebody who's celebrating 114.
As long as you got your
all your capacities.
pasties.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you meant
it's
your
quality
hair.
life.
You're pointing to your head. It's like, as long as you got your hair.
Yeah.
That age don't care.
It's cute.
Probably not.
Happy birthday to all the March 1st babies. It's the first day of a new month, and I want to remind you guys about March National Women's History Month. We want you to spotlight a woman in Houston that's fabulous at 713-278-VENT. That's the listener line. Call us about a fabulous woman in your life at 8:20 this morning and 3:35 with Kevin Quinn and Audrey Rose. We're going to spotlight these fabulous women in the Houston area. Coming up next, Special K's got a prank call.
It's a telemarketer turnaround.
Okay. You can get them back next on The Roula and Ryan Show.